Starting from nothing, it's humbling. It's uncertain, but it's also beautiful. When you have $0, every move matters. Every dollar is earned, not given. And when you start seeing progress, that very first sale, that very first profit, it feels different. It feels earned. In part one, I started this journey with nothing. No cash, no inventory, just hustle and a plan. And now I flipped my way up, and the current budget is $406.40.
But the real question is, what's next? How can I turn this $406 into my dream item, a black label card? In part one, I did forget to talk about something related to the card. And since part one, I did sell 3 items. So we'll get to that stuff later on.
I'm back searching online, the place where you can find someone's $5 couch for sale or someone's questionable DIY project. But the searching process is interesting and it's fun. You never know what you're gonna find. While I'm looking on Craigslist, I see this ad for a Wii, and it's pretty cheap.
Sometimes when people post stuff, they don't say everything it comes with, and I didn't see any games.
The thing about the Wii is, it's backwards compatible with the GameCube, and some of those GameCube games are pretty expensive.
I messaged him hoping maybe, just maybe, there would be some games that would be included, and he messaged me back with some bad news.
Not only was there no games, but there was no controller, no nunchuck, and no sensor bar. As you can see, that's way different than what's in the photo. But he sends me another message with some hope about a PlayStation. Turns out it was just some false hope.
It's a little dirty, but works. I do not have the power cords to show you it works. So if you want it and the Wii 430, let me know.
A little dirty, this thing looks crusted, and the PlayStation symbol is slanted. That's always bad luck. And why does it look like he took this photo inside of a baby's crib?
So kids, what lesson did we learn from this? Stay off of Craigslist.
A couple days later, I saw this on Facebook. It's too blurry when I zoom in and I couldn't see the exact model, but trust me, it's got some value. I'll show you the retail value after I pick it up.
But why does it have so much value? In order to understand the present, we gotta take a quick look at the past.
For those watching 25 and under, consider this a 20-second history lesson. If you're 25 to 35, you're in that gray area. You might remember these, they were kind of fading out. If you're 35 plus, this is just a refresher that you'll hopefully appreciate.
Before our phones could capture every little moment, we used to use camcorders to record life's magical moments. I've sold a bunch of these camcorders in the past, and sometimes the tapes, they would still be inside. And on some of these tapes, I would find some, say, adult after hours entertainment.
Or sometimes the tapes were used to show something deep, like someone's final moments. But most of the time, it was used to capture pure nostalgia, like this.
Every Christmas gift it's Santa, who is pulled by reindeer on his fly.
As you can tell, I did get some help with AI to turn that picture into a clip. Anyway, you get the idea. Now I was actually off to go buy the camcorder.
Only thing changed the location on the map. I can switch locations on the map. Toss a dart and we go where it's at. Calculate the numbers, see the stats. Win, run it back. No back in the booth, go 40 love. Rafa on the clay, I can't be touched. With my fam, I made it out the mud. Pressure made a diamond in the rough. That's why I grind.
Hi, Dennis? Yes. How you doing?
All right. How you doing?
Doing well? Yep.
It's got everything in there, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
The last time I used it, I took all the old, the old tapes.
Yep.
And I put them on a hard drive. So I hooked them up with it's called you could do something to USB to something drive, and I put them all on a hard drive and gave them all my kids pictures of them.
Nice.
Since
Nice.
1985,
Nice.
whatever.
Nice and digitized.
Here,
I'll
let's
just
sell
take
for
a
$5.
quick look at it.
Everything.
Okay.
It's got tapes and
All right.
cords,
Okay.
everything.
Life feels sweet like syrup, like maple. Wouldn't change a thing about my past to stay grateful.
Here's the remote. I just took the battery out.
Okay.
Okay, because I wanted to make sure it wasn't. Here's the cords.
All right.
Everything's here.
Okay. Looks good.
I think this here, little kids were little. I think I paid like $1,300 for it or something.
Yeah, they were expensive back
A
in the
long
day.
time ago. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.
Hey, put your name down.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I go. So I put a check by it. Now I cross it off. So,
Okay. All right.
All right.
How many people you think messaged you about this
all
one?
that?
Yeah.
A lot. A lot.
More than 10?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If you're selling, you might be able to make money on it. I'm not one of those guys.
But I am one of those guys, hence the name. I'ma resell it, but first I'ma retest it and make sure it still works.
I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. Tell me you love me. Don't let go. Tell me your secret.
This camcorder took 16 hours to sell. I listed it for $225 plus shipping, and I got an offer for $190. Went ahead and took that. After cost of goods and eBay fees, that's $161.33 in profit, bringing the current budget to $582.73. I like dropping my packages off at night. No lines, no awkward small talk. No one looking at me weird because I'm coming in with 15 packages. It's just me, the packages, and that street light that's always out, like I'm in a low budget horror movie.
A few days had passed and I wanted to try something different that I've never done before, and that is go to the Goodwill bins.
The Goodwill bins is kind of like the reject pile from the thrift stores. The stuff that goes there gets one final chance before they end up sitting in some random landfill or being destroyed.
I've heard stories about the bins and watched videos, and some of them were not too good. Think about the bins as a Black Friday for used clothes, but I'm not talking about today's Black Friday. Think about how Black Friday was 10, 15 years ago, and that's how you got the bins. Here's some reviews on the spot I'm about to go to.
Give them a needle found in the bin, get told throw it away.
Very dirty inside. Lots of meth heads. The staff was worthless.
Honestly, out of all the probably tens of Goodwill's outlets I've been at around the US, this has to be the worst.
Based off of what you've seen, maybe the bins is even more dangerous than meeting someone outside of the 7-Eleven at 1 a.m. from that Craigslist ad. One thing to know about the bins is filming is not allowed in there, but I'm trying to make a YouTube video. So the footage at the beginning is gonna be a little bit shaky, but it's gonna level out, I promise.
They didn't even know my story. Any little sour patch acting salty, flows on point like gourmet. Need a Michelin star like always, like conference call on 4 ways. Man thinks this life is a role play, so they hear about the family drama. There's coldness there, there's karma. There's heat, there's flames, there's lava. So panic, what can we do? It gets manic. I know what got powers.
Everything you've seen so far has no real value. Some of that stuff is worth like $5, so I threw it back in. And from what I've seen so far, everything is calm. It's not like the reviews. Some people, they've got their kids in there. There's one guy, he's walking around with a small dog, and they're even playing some soft music. Okay, there's There's no soft music playing, but those other two things are true.
Then the employees start taking bins to the back and they start bringing out fresh merchandise. As they start bringing it out, people started lining up. The manager comes out and he's telling everyone to stand back behind the red line. More and more people start lining up.
The employees, they're pushing out the bins, and I see one guy, and I guess he gets pretty excited from what he sees, and he goes, ah.
This reminds me of a game I used to play on Xbox called Gears of War. There is a mode called Horde, and you start on wave 1, and it progressively gets harder and harder after each wave. This is wave 1, and I still have no money yet. The manager says go, and everybody starts running. Everyone knew exactly where to go, and I'm kind of just standing there. I'm not used to competition being around. I'm used to just being at the flea market, and it's just me and the vendor. First wave was a bust. I didn't find anything worth picking up. About 30 minutes later, everything is reset and some fresh bins come out. They charge by the weight here, and it's about $2 a pound for electronics. This receiver would have cost about $30. Here are the comps on it. I was only willing to pay about $2 total for this.
For this next wave, there would be no edits, no cuts, just raw footage of me in the bins.
Let me know in the comments what you think of this raw footage. I was trying something new. Anyway, I didn't pick up anything in this wave. The next wave, I found this Animal Crossing plush. It's worth about $15 to $20 shipped. Nothing too crazy, but it was just nice just to get on the board. Also found this Ninja lid top, worth about $20 shipped. The next wave, I actually found something decent. A Yamaha foot pedal. One sold for $65, and someone in Japan is asking $180 for it. I did find this Mario Kart. I didn't get too excited because I didn't know if the game was even inside. I waited to get back to my cart. Let's see if it's actually in there. After that, it was time to go. I got 3 items valued around $120. Some people say it's about the journey. Other people say it's luck. I think it's a little bit of both.
The one detail I forgot to talk about in part 1 is exactly how hard it is to send a card in and get it to come back as a black label. I looked around to get some hard numbers, but I couldn't find an exact percentage. But just know it is very hard to do, and that estimated $4,000, that might not even be enough.
Those 2 Cabbage Patch games sold. After fees and cost of goods, it's about $20 in profit. That vacuum sold too. After fees and cost of goods, it's $107.19 in profit. After adding that stuff and deducting what I spent at Goodwill, that puts the budget at $709.29. Here's a quick peek into the future. This is the best private pickup I've made in Vegas so far. How you doing?
Phone says it's raining. Yeah, I had like a bunch of people hit me up, and some dude from Seattle too. He's like, "Hey man, please ship this and that." I was like, I don't know, man. You know, he's like, "I'll sell you." And this.
If you're not first, and you're last. Life is a race, don't you lag. I get a bag and I stack. The reason I tax was not cause they needed me. Got all of mine equally. I see what they need from me. Blood, sweat, and tears from the frequency. Now you believe in me. Cheers.